Hello, so this is an example of a Tree of Life reading. These are the readings I'll be doing at the winery event at Goddess Lead, as well as every Thursday. We have the major arcana in one pile, we have the cups and the swords and other piles, we have the wands in one, and pentacles. And the idea is that it is a message from your soul. This is what is showing up in your life that is needing to change in order to allow that soul quality to come through and emerge. And then these, with some clarifying cards, are the alchemy to change this, and the wands card is the result energetically of doing the work. So let's go ahead and we're just going to pick a random card here. So we have justice. So the energy that the soul most wants to come through in this practice reading, or example reading, I should say, is the idea of justice. And really, like, justice is crippling. Like, when you think that something's not fair, you can't get over that it's not fair in order to just receive whatever is being received. And sometimes what we perceive as injustice actually causes the evolution of the soul and humanity. So what is showing up in our life, in your life, that is preventing that? So here's the oh, relationships. So in this particular one, this is relationships, whether it is relation or not romantic or just friends or perhaps coworkers. These are relationships that are there only out of necessity. The two people are together maybe to stay warm. It is like, this is representing of things that are only working for you but not serving you, the need for those to come to a closure and not be focused on anymore. And a lot of times those could be codependent relationships. So talk about justice in codependent relationships. That is a huge correlating factor. So now the question is, well, what do we do about it? What is the let's see, this will be one clarifying card, this will be another one, and then this one. So the things that we need to do is that you cannot figure this stuff out. This is a card of, wow, you really need to go within. You can't look at this and figure it out. You can only feel your way out. Feeling is the language of the soul. So, like, one of the questions to get through here is, like, with all the relationships, ask, well, what do I really feel about this? What do I really know about this? What is the raw data of the situation versus, like, what am I seeing based on how I was taught to see the world? So that is a key component here. Then we have this card, which is a kind of a prayer card. It's beginnings, it's kindness, but it's more than that. This is a card, instead of going to the universe, I've been a good boy or girl. Can I please have the man or woman of my dreams? Please, please, please. If it needs to be a declaration, it's like, universe, this is what I'm choosing. Bring it to me. And then the other idea is that, well, I have to do my part. The universe is going to recapitulate all of existence to bring me Mr. or Mrs. Right that I truly, deserve and desire. But if I don't row my part of the boat, I end up going in a circle. Then we have this one, which is, though, the trap of perfection. Like, so some of the things, like, when we start to step into this, is thinking it has to be picture perfect or I cannot receive it. This is a card of victory sometimes isn't perfect. Victory, sometimes you're leaving some things behind. You're leaving some things behind. Sometimes it's like a part of the journey to realize that, perhaps it needs to be imperfectly perfect, and getting over the idea that everything has to be picture perfect and all the T's crossed and all the I's dotted. Perhaps in the imperfection lies the contrast to the soul for you to know yourself more experientially, and that's part of the journey. Okay, so then over here we have the cups. This is additional alchemy to let go of these relationships that are no longer serving us. We have the Princess of Cups, which all princesses or pages are the action. It is a card of saying we really need to put the soul behind all the choices that we do. Don't choose from ego. Ego is edging God out. What you need to do is have the choice from the feeling of the soul, which is good, orderly direction. Yes, I'm an acronym nerd. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Queens are all thoughts. So, like, this, let's see, what's our final clarifying card? Willingness to walk away from things. Okay. So our alchemy for getting rid of the relationships that are just working for us and not serving us is really getting in touch with allowing the soul to be behind the choices that we make and the thoughts that we are having. You really have to police your thoughts, police your actions, and ask, is everything in line with my soul path? Is this in line with what the soul has really truly come to experience, right? And part of that is the willing to walk away from the things that are working for you towards the precipice into the abyss and really starting to do what only serves you. That's the thing. First 28 years of your life, you learn to do all the things they call, get the job and get the wife and get the kids and, go to college and all that stuff. This is all imposed culture and may or may not actually serve the purpose and like the passion and the pleasure of the soul. Now, what is the result of all that? We're going to have two cards here. One, Knight of Wands. This is great. Like all knights are like the feelings, right? And knights with the fire, this is like the purity of the soul expressed through action, which is amazing. I love that card. And then we also the King of Wands. All kings are the divine masculine. So this is saying by doing this work, what you're going to actually have show up for you is being in the world but not of it. Like truly having your soul path and your life path aligned, and being able to just having life become magic. This is like congruent manifestation. This is what my class at Goddess Elite later on this month is about. It's on Wednesday, June 22nd at 7 p.m. If you're interested in that, you can go to the Goddess Elite website. But this recipe is for you to get over life having to be fair, getting over life, knowing that even when life doesn't seem fair, it's not about the unfairness. It's about, well, what could I change in my choices and how I'm being in the world in order to experience a different reality. And instead of getting hung up on it's not fair, and getting rid of the relationships that serve you or work for you but don't serve you, and here's the alchemy to change it. So I hope you all enjoyed that. And then I always like pulling one healing card as well. So we got the maraca, the rattle. And so this is like a little bit of an insight as to what you can do in order to get more into the roots of these things. But it says, what feels stuck, beautiful one? A persistently dark thought? Notice here, dark thoughts, part of the thing is to make sure your soul part is behind the thoughts. A self-destructive behavior, icky, sticky guilt. Allow the spirit of the rattle to shake things loose. Shake the rattle around yourself. Give your whole body a going over. The sound of the rattle breaks up stuck energy. Ride the sonic wave while you hum a healing song. What? No rattle? Put some rice in a jar. Set your intention on freeing yourself from dense energy and then shake it until you make it. So you have that, and I don't have a rattle with me, but I will give you a healing song. Curanda, 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 curandero. And you can repeat that 3 times, 7 times. And that's healer, healer, come heal. That's the masculine. And then the feminine. Curanda, 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 curandero. I mean, ra. We'll do one more of each. Curanda, 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 curandero, and curandera. Curanda, 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 curandera. So, with all that, please join me this Saturday at John Quist Winery in Avon Lake for the Goddess Elite, an evening of wine and spirits. We will be there from 3 p.m. till 10 p.m., though last year I was booked out in the first 90 minutes and I ended up staying till like midnight to accommodate everybody who wanted a reading. And then Wednesday, the 22nd, I have my Congruent Manifestation class, which is going to be awesome. And then on the 25th of June, it's a Saturday at 6 p.m. I have my Crystal Skull class where we're going to combine sacred geometry with crystal skulls. And just to give you an idea, I'm going to have like the copper tape for stained glass, being able to do different designs on the ground and being able to do different grid work and explaining how the different ones help you connect differently to the skulls and the different portals that they're affiliated with. So a lot of fun stuff coming up this month, and you can find out all about that on my website once I put the things there. Better Betta's Sonic Shaman Facebook page. I have all the events there. I have not updated them on my personal website. And thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. Love you all.